Hey there guys, how's it going? Reaper here, back with another painting video. This time around we are doing the Trebuchet from Zombicide Green Horde. And this is, if you're following the playlist, it is basically the last of the core set now. So after this, there's nothing left in this core set to paint, unless you want to do the like plaque things that have all the cards in them. But I don't really see the point in that, so I'm not going to do that one. But we've primed this in a different color than normal because I ran out of grey spray paint. This is actually primed in Vallejo's Panzer Grey, which is more of a Necromancer's Cloak sort of color, which is darker than I'd like, but at the same time it's enough that it works, and that's all that really matters because it's a primer. It just helps paint stick to things. We've started off with dirt splatter for all of the wood areas. I want to do more of a lighter wood than what I would normally do. So normally I would start with oak brown and then work up, but I'm going to start with dirt splatter and then start adding lighter colors after that. And if you haven't noticed already, the actual rope with the rock broke off when I tried to put it out, so I'm going to paint that one separately and then glue it back together after it's done, which does make painting a little bit easier, to be honest. So if it does break, it's not too much of an issue. Super glue stuck it back on with no issues. There we go. That is all of dirt splatter done. Now we're on to the rock, and we're starting off with dark stone because, well, it's exactly what it is. So it's a dark stone. Obviously, this is more of a just smother that entire area in this color, and then we can fix it afterwards to make it a bit more poppy, in a sense. Which actually we're going to do now. It's uniform grey, and this is just not covering the areas, but just dabbing some on just to add some variation to the colors of the actual rock. There you go, nice, simple, and then it's just rope for that and it's done. Now we're moving on to Monster Brown, and I want to say it's a dry brush, but I know it's not a dry brush. It's a similar technique to dry brushing, but I'm not taking it anywhere near as much paint off as I should be to do a dry brush. And this is not so much, I don't want to just catch raised areas with this. It's more to add variation to the color. Because if you look at like raw wood like this, it's never the same color. There we go. That's the first variable tone done, and then we're moving on to Desert Yellow to do the same thing, but I'm just taking a bit more off the brush this time, just to add some variation in the color. There we go, that's all of the wood done now, and then we're moving on to Bone White, and this is for all of the ropes around the trebuchet and of course the stone itself. There you go, that's the trebuchet part done. Now we're on to the rock itself. With the rock, if you just keep the brush at almost a 90-degree angle to the rope itself, it'll just drag it across and it'll pick up the raised areas. Almost like a dry brush would, but we're not attempting to just pick up the raised areas in this sort of thing. This is more, I want it to get in and around, but I don't want it to cover the rock. And I do paint the end of that just after it dried. Then we're coming in with plate mail metal, and this is for all the metallic parts. There we go, that's all the metallics done. Now we're on to the last part of the mini, and this is strong tone over the entire thing. If you have the dip wash, you could use that. I don't have a dip wash, so I've just used my normal strong tone, and it uses a lot of wash, so just be aware of that. And I can tell as well, I have glued the actual shot back on as well. there we go. That is mini complete. It's a very nice, quick, simple paint job, but it's enough that it adds that little bit more flair to the game. And it's not a major character, so it doesn't need to be like high detailed. But like, subscribe if you enjoyed, guys, and I will be back soon with the rest of the Kickstarter sets now, as there's nothing else left in the core set. See ya.